Hey, if you think being frugal, especially with a busy family, means a life of, sacrifice and endless coupon clipping, I want to show you a totally different way to think about it. We're going to explore how a few smart habits can save you thousands. And it's not by taking things away, but by adding intention and a little bit of control back into your life.
And this quote, "This is really where it all begins." It's almost never one big purchase that sinks a family's budget. Nope, it's the daily $5 coffees, the impulse buys at the checkout line, the takeout you grab when you're just too tired to cook. And on their own, they feel so small, right? But those tiny little cuts, they add up to a massive drain on your finances.
So where do we even start? Right here, in what I like to call the kitchen command center. For pretty much every family, the kitchen represents the single biggest opportunity to make an immediate, and I mean significant impact on your monthly spending.
Really think about it for a second. After your housing payment, what's the one expense that's kinda all over the place, but is also completely within your control? It's food. For most of us, this is where the money just quietly leaks out. But the good news is, that also makes it the easiest leak to plug.
Okay, so what are we really talking about here? What's the potential? Well, an average family of 4 can save $3,600 in a single year. And that's not from some extreme couponing show. That's just from planning your meals around what's on sale in the weekly grocery flyers. That's it.
But how do you actually do this without adding more stress to your already busy week? Okay, batch cooking is your superpower here. You just look for those amazing front-page deals at the grocery store. Those are what they call loss leaders. Buy a bunch of whatever's on super sale, let's say it's chicken. You cook it all at once. Then, that one big batch of chicken can become a stir-fry on Monday, enchiladas on Wednesday, and chicken salad for lunches. You literally cook once and you eat for days. It's a game changer. All right, here's a fun one that saves a surprising amount of money. It's called the Pantry Challenge. Before you even think about going to the store, challenge your family to create meals using only what you've already got in your pantry, your fridge, and your freezer. It forces you to get creative, it drastically cuts down on food waste, and it reminds you of all the good food you already paid for. Okay, now let's move beyond the kitchen. See, true frugality isn't just about what you're actively doing day to day. It's about setting up systems that save money for you automatically. These are the changes you make one time that just pay you back over and over and over again. Take a light bulbs, for example. It's so easy to just look at the upfront cost. But an LED bulb, while it's more expensive to buy, uses a tiny fraction of the electricity and lasts over 12 times longer. Making this one simple swap in every light fixture creates automatic, totally effortless savings on your energy bill every single month. This next tip is so powerful because it removes temptation right at the source. Okay, right now, delete the food delivery, grocery delivery, and one-click shopping apps from your phone. When ordering from DoorDash or Amazon is just a few taps away, it is way too easy to spend impulsively. By adding just a little bit of friction, like, having to actually get on a computer, you give yourself a moment to pause and ask, wait, do I really need this?
Before you buy anything new, and I mean especially big-ticket items like furniture, make it a rule to check secondhand first. This quote says it all. A quick search on a local marketplace saved this family over $3,000 on the exact same couch. That's not just saving money, you guys. That's life-changing money.
All right, now let's talk about maybe the most important part. How do we get everyone on board and turn this whole thing from a chore into a shared family value? Because this is about way more than just saving money. It's about teaching resourcefulness and teamwork.
Oh, I love this story. It perfectly captures how to teach kids about money without all the lectures and the stress. By turning chores and goals into a game with a clear reward, this dad taught his daughter the direct connection between effort and earning. And all of a sudden, contributing isn't a burden, it's a fun challenge.
So how can you involve your kids? It's all about making it age-appropriate. The little kids can be sale detectives in the grocery flyer. Older kids can take charge of packing their own lunch, learning firsthand what ingredients actually cost. And for teenagers, giving them a budget for their own expenses is an incredible eye-opener to how quickly all those death by 1,000 cuts can add up.
Ultimately, all these tips and tricks we've talked about, they're just tools. The real, lasting change comes from a fundamental shift in how you think about money and stuff in the first place. And that leads to a really important distinction. See, being cheap is buying the $10 boots that fall apart in a month. Frugality is investing in the $100 boots that last for 10 years. It's not about spending less. It's about spending with intention on things that truly add value to your life. This is one of the most powerful habits you can adopt to defeat impulse spending. It's called the 30-day rule. When you see something you want, don't buy it. Just write it down on a list and wait 30 days. It is amazing how many of those must-have items feel completely unnecessary a month later. You're separating a fleeting desire from a genuine need.
And that brings us to the final, and I think the most important question. Frugality without a purpose, that's just deprivation. But when you know why you're saving, whether it's for a family vacation or financial freedom or paying off debt, every single dollar you save isn't a sacrifice. It's a step closer to that big goal. So what's your family's why? That's the real secret to making this a happy, sustainable part of your life.